Welcome to the Archive Network. I'm Aurelius, and with me, as always, Malik. We curate the Civilization archive. Today, we open a new file. Fon Civilization. Malik, you've had this one on your desk for a while. In the heart of West Africa, a great story begins. The Fon Civilization emerged in a landscape filled with vibrant savannas and lush forests. This rich environment provided both beauty and resources. Here, in southern Benin, life buzzes with purpose. Farmers till the land, children laugh, and rivers flow with seasonal rains. It's not merely a setting. It's the birthplace of a culture that will significantly shape history.
Aurelius, you paint a picturesque image, but we mustn't overlook the struggles embedded in that beauty. The Fon people weren't just passive cultivators. They were adapting to their environment and each other. This was a dynamic society navigating both cooperation and conflict. The oral traditions speak of migrations and legendary founders, revealing a deep connection to their past.
You're right. Their story is one of resilience. By the late 16th century, the Fon had developed a thriving agricultural community. They cultivated yams, oil palm, and maize. The scent of roasting maize mingled with fresh fish from the rivers. Compact earth dwellings surrounded by remnants of ancient pottery tell of their ingenuity. A culture shaped not just by abundance, but by adaptability.
Yet, adaptation came with its own costs. The archaeological records reveal so much more than just a thriving community. They tell us about a society wrestling with real environmental challenges and deep intergroup rivalries. Those defensive earthworks and weapon fragments? They paint a vivid picture of insecurity and ongoing power struggles. The Fon were navigating a complex landscape, filled with both opportunities for growth and crises that could threaten their very existence.
Abomey emerged as a focal point for commerce and conflict. It became a crossroads where trade routes converged. Leaders from the Aladaxanu clan began unifying villages by the early 17th century. Archaeological evidence shows a shift in architectural sophistication. Temporary structures transformed into fortified compounds. This wasn't merely about practicality. It was a statement of intent.
Aurelius, the shift you mention didn't just reshape buildings. It redefined leadership and authority in ways that were profound. Kin-based governance was being replaced by centralized control, which meant families and local traditions were often sidelined. This wasn't just a political evolution. It was a significant cultural transformation. The unification marked a new chapter in Fon society. It changed daily lives, affecting how people interacted and how communities functioned. The human cost of this shift was real and deeply felt.
Absolutely. The myths surrounding Huagbaja, who is often credited as the founder of our civilization, reflect this intricate evolution we've been through. Archaeological digs and linguistic studies show a gradual process of social integration, not a sudden shift. It was more like a slow dance, where diverse cultural traditions intertwined, ultimately creating a unique Fon identity. This identity was shaped by our shared experiences and the mutual influences that arose from our interactions over time.
That blending of cultures is so important. The Fon inherited these rich religious practices that really anchored their community and connected them to the land they lived on. Earth shrines and ancestor cults weren't just rituals. They were lifelines, grounding them in their history. These traditions reinforced their sense of identity and helped them navigate the challenges of life. This deep connection to their heritage wasn't just a nice idea. It was essential for keeping their society strong and united.
With the establishment of Abomey as a royal capital, urban planning took shape. The layout of wide avenues and monumental walls demonstrated their ambition. This wasn't just about size. It was about the architecture of power. The king's palace became the heart of this civilization, adorned with elaborate bas-reliefs. It marked a decisive moment in Fon governance.
But that transformation also came with rigid structures. The codification of succession and the emergence of court offices formalized authority in ways that were hard for everyday folks to ignore. It wasn't just about governance. It reshaped daily life on so many levels. People in the capital and beyond had to adjust their routines. The way goods were distributed reflected these new hierarchies. Families had to navigate this new order, often feeling the strain as they adapted to changing expectations and limitations.
Absolutely. Life beyond the palace walls was anything but stagnant. Domestic spheres thrived on communal labor and the passing down of traditions. Archaeological finds show us storage pits brimming with grains and children's clay figurines, small treasures of everyday life. These remnants speak volumes about a culture deeply connected to life's rhythms. Kinship and faith weren't just concepts. They were intricately woven into the core of Fon society, shaping their identity and guiding their daily actions.
Those relationships evolved into institutions that truly helped maintain order in the community. Communal labor groups and religious associations weren't just structures. They were lifelines. They passed down knowledge and offered support to everyone. The Fon Civilization was about more than just power. It was about the people, individuals with their own stories, their struggles, and their hopes. As they adapted and grew, they laid a foundation that would lead to a remarkable future for generations to come.
As the foundations of power solidify, a new chapter awaits the Fon Civilization. Their choices to fortify, unify, and ritualize reshape not just their landscape but the very structures of society. This is a process of both ambition and adaptation. What lies ahead is a golden age, though they remain unaware of the challenges to come.
That's where we leave it for now. Part of 5. Fon Civilization is far from done. If you're new here, we're Aurelius and Malik, curators of the Civilization Archive, part of the Archive Network. Part 2 drops soon.